Hello, beautiful people, and welcome. In today's video, we are going through the practice test number 3 for your Chapter 1 exam. This video is going to be a little faster than our first practice test. You have now had practice test 1, 2, and now 3. We're going to go in and start. Go ahead and take a look at what we have here. It is evaluate each expression. This section is adding and subtracting. We have 13 minuses, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 minuses, and 3 minuses, 1, 2, 3. Notice this middle right here. This is just and. This is not anything that we have to draw. This is an English and. So we have 13 negatives and 3 negatives. Together, we do not have 0 pairs. So I have 13, 14, 15, 16. I have 16 negatives. Moving on, we do see a double negative. Double negatives are minus minus touching, which we need to rewrite as addition. We get negative 3 plus 1 minus 4. That means we have 3 negatives. 1, 2, 3. We have 1 positive, and we have 4 negatives. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if we look, we can combine 1 positive, 1 negative for a 0 pair. The rest are leftovers. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 negatives left over. For the next one, we do see once again double negatives that we need to rewrite. So we have 12 plus 5 plus a negative 7. Okay, we have 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Then we have 5 more pluses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we have 7 minuses. Remember, if you see and a negative, this is just right here, the English and. We want 7 minuses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, the way that I drew them was easier for me to show 0 pairs. A 0 pair is 1 positive, 1 negative. So these are all zeros. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 positives left over. Moving on. This is still adding and subtracting with a number line. The first number you see, that's going to be your start number. So I have negative 8. So 5, 6, 7, negative 8 is going to be here. Then I'm going to go to the negatives, 5 jumps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the number that I'm going to end. So negative 10, negative 11, negative 12. This is a negative 13. Negative 13 is my answer. Next, again, be careful here. I do see a double negative. Anytime you have a double negative, you must rewrite it. So we have 3 plus 2, which means I'm going to start at 3. 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to go to the positives 2 jumps. 1, 2. So that means I have a positive 5 as my answer. Here we have multiple things going on. Remember, double negatives, you need to rewrite that. So we have negative 9 plus 7 minus 2. So this is going to be multiple steps. Let's start with negative 9. Negative 5, 6, 7, 8, negative 9 is here. I'm going to have 7 jumps towards the positives. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is my first pause. Then I'm going to go 2 jumps towards the negatives. 1, 2. So this right here is where I am ending. So let's count from 0. Negative 1, negative 2, negative 3. This is a negative 4 for my answer. Moving on. Again, multiple things are happening here. There are no double negatives. Negative 10 is where I start. I have 2 negatives. Remember, anytime we have an plus minus together, this is just and. and this is going to be just and. So we're going to go 2 minuses, so 2 negatives, 1, 2, we are here. And I'm going to go 2, 3, this is a 3, more negatives. 1, 2, 3, so I'm at negative 15 for my answer. Moving on. For this one, it's asking you to find the product. You should know that product means multiplication or times. This is where you are allowed to use your multiplication table. If you don't have that out, please take that out. Multiplication table requires you to ask yourself a question. Are these the same symbol or different symbols? This will give you a positive or negative response. So if we're taking a look at the symbols, if they are matching and they are the same, you're going to have a positive answer. If, again, they are matching, they are the same, you're going to have a positive answer. If they are not matching, so here's a negative, here's no symbol at all, so that's a positive. If they are different, you're going to have a negative answer. Here's nothing in front, here's a minus, these are different. Here's nothing in front, here's a minus, these are different. Different means you're going to have a negative answer. Now, I want to point something out. We have for product a multiplication symbol. For product, multiplication symbol. For product, multiplication symbol. For product, we do need a multiplication symbol. For product, we do need a multiplication symbol. Mathematicians are lazy, so sometimes we do not write the time symbol. But if it's asking you to find product, you must write that little symbol, this dot, there to show multiplication. Then you're going to take out your multiplication table and you're going to find the product or the answer to your multiplication question. 8 times 9, you're going to find 8, you're going to find 9, and you're going to drag your fingers or you can count. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 9 times 8 is 72. And I'm going to take that 72 and I'm going to write this next to my symbol that I already answered. Okay, next, 12 times 12. So we're going to find 12. I'm going to find 12. And again, you can count or you can drag your finger. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I get 144 here. Okay, 10 times 13. Here's 10. Here's 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So my answer is 130 negative. Okay, next one we have 9 times 10. Here's 9. Here's 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 90 negative. Okay, next one, 6 and 2. Here's 6. Here's 2. 1, 2. Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We get 12 negative. So that is finding the product. We are multiplying. When they are asking you to find the missing term, you're still answering a multiplication question, but it is called a backwards question. They're giving you one of the multipliers, and I'm just going to go in and put my little multiplication dots. And they want to know what the other number is. So to start, you're going to ask yourself same or different. So here I have different. That means my multiplier is going to be negative. Here we have our same. So my multiplier is going to be positive. It's not adding. We're not adding. We are having a multiplier that is a positive number. Here we have negative. Here we have positive. These are different. Different means my multiplier is going to be negative. And here I have, again, different, so my multiplier is going to be negative. This is not subtracting. This multiplier is negative. This number is going to be negative, or that number is going to be positive. Next, you're going to find, so let's go and start with this first one. 8 times something is 32. So I'm going to find 8. And I'm going to look for the number 32. No, 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 yes. So I found my number 32. I'm going to drag my finger, and the number is going to be 4. So my multiplier is -4. 8 times -4 is -32. Next, I have 10 and 90. So find 10, find 90. No, 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 no. Yes, here's 90. Drag your finger across, and I'm going to write 9. So for us here, positive 9. 9 and 117. So I'm going to find 9, and I'm looking for 117 here. So far, no. Yes, 117 is here. Drag my finger over, and I get 13. -13. And again, 5 and 70. So 5, and we're looking for 70. No, no. Yes, all the way down at the bottom. 14 is what I'm going to be writing down. -14. Okay. Similarly, we're going to find the quotient. Now, the quotient is an answer to a division. So we're going to be dividing. Whenever you're multiplying, dividing, you're still going to ask yourself, are these the same or are these different symbols? If they are the same, then your answer is going to be positive. So here I have negative, negative. These are same. My answer is going to be positive. But if they are different, then your answer is going to be negative. If they are the same, your answer is going to be positive. If they are different, your answer is going to be negative. And again, if they are different symbols, your answer is going to be negative. Take care of your positive negatives first. Then you're going to find the number on the bottom. So the number on the bottom, that's going to be your number that you're going to be looking on top or on the side. The number above it, that's the number that we're finding on the inside. So for example, we have 5 and 70. So I'm going to find 5 and I'm going to look for 70. No, 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 no. Yes, here's 70. Drag my finger and I have 14. So I'm going to write in here a positive 14 as the answer to my division question. I have 5 and 135. So I see 5. So I'm looking for 135. No, 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 no. And that one is not on your multiplication list. So let's go ahead. I'm going to skip that one. I am asking you to do things on the multiplication. So I'm going to choose to skip this one for right now. Because I am asking you to use a multiplication table, if something is not on there, please let me know. We're going to skip this one. It's not on the multiplication table. The answer is -27, but again, 27 is not on your multiplication table, so I'm going to ask you to skip it. All right, let's try again. 14 and 168. So here's 14, and I'm looking for 168. 168, here we go. Drag your finger all the way across, and we get 12. Positive 12. 2 and 30, so find 2, and then we're looking for 30 all the way down here. I get 15, -15, and then 15 and a 105. So here's 15, and I'm looking for 105. There it is. Drag your finger across here, and I get 7, -7. All right, for question number 6, you want to be careful because sometimes it's asking you to multiply, sometimes it's asking you to divide, but sometimes it's going to ask you to add, subtract. So when you have two negatives next to each other like this is called a double negative. So we are going to be rewriting this as -12 plus 7. This is your counters. This is your adding, subtracting. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 negatives and 12 positives. 7 positives. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That means I have 0 pairs. These are all gone. And I have leftovers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 negative leftovers. However, when you see something like this where we have the parentheses touching a number, parentheses touching a number means that you're going to have a multiplier of -3 times open -13. This is not a double negative. This is not adding, subtracting. This is multiplying. With multiplication, you are going to need to ask yourself, are these the same or are these different? So these are same. Symbols, same symbols will give you a positive answer. And since they give you a positive answer, we're going to do 3 and 13. And now we only care about the numbers. So here's 13, 1, 2, 3. You can also drag your finger down, drag your finger across, and I get 39. So we get positive 39. Okay, moving on here. This one here is a backwards problem. We are going to fill in. Remember, this is multiplication. We're going to fill in with the missing term. So first thing I need to do is ask myself, are these the same or are they different? These are different. That means that my multiplier is going to be a negative. I'm going to find 5 and I'm going to find 30. Here's 5. No, 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 no. Yes, here's 30. Drag your finger across. That is 6. So my multiplier is -6 times -5. Here we are being asked to divide. This line right here means division. So we are going to again ask ourselves, do we have the same symbol or do we have different? These are different. And if they are different, we're going to have a negative in our answer. We're going to find 12 and 156. So here is 12. And I'm going to find 156. 156, there it is. Drag your finger across and I get 13. So -13 is our answer. Okay, moving on. Question number 7 is asking you to evaluate use order of operations. So that means we're going to be using parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. Remember, multiplication and division, addition and subtraction, we're going to go left to right. So we can switch the order of these. However, if you see parentheses, you must do parentheses first. For example, I have parentheses here, I have parentheses here. I need to evaluate them first. Here I see a double negative, so we would need to make sure that we fix that. Anytime you see a double negative, you have to rewrite it. Here we have addition, 7 plus 5. So let's go ahead and do that first because it is in parentheses. It's okay that it is addition and we're doing it first. It's in parentheses. So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I have 12 in here and it is okay to use your fingers. Here I have multiplication. So be careful here. This is 2 times 3. Because of that multiplication symbol, we're going to go 2 times 3. And we get 6. Because it is multiplication, we have to make sure that we have same or different, and this is a positive 6. Now we are being asked to add 12 and a positive 6. That means we have 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. And we get positive 18 because we're adding positives together. Okay, moving on to the next one. Again, I do see 2 sets of parentheses. Let's go ahead and do the one on top first. This is multiplying. We do see that dot here. So that means we have to ask ourselves, are these same or different? And these are different. Opening up your parentheses here, because they are different, I'm going to have a minus and negative. Here I have 2 times 6 or 6 times 2. Here is 6, here's 2, and we get 12. So because the symbols were different, I get a negative 12. Here I do need to simplify this as well because it is in parentheses. And here we have 5, take away 3, and I'm left with 2. This is subtraction. Now that we see we have division, we are going to ask ourselves, are these same or are they different? And these are different symbols. That means our answer is going to be negative. And since we are dividing, we got 2 and 12. So here's your 2, and we're going to find 12. No, 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 no. Yes. Here's 12. Move your finger over, and you're going to write the number 6. So our answer is negative 6. Moving on. Here we have a lot of things happening. Remember, order of operation. So I cannot add before I do anything else. We got 5 plus 4 plus, and here we have division. So I need to do that division first. I'll put that in parentheses so we can see it. And then I can do everything else. So are these same or different? So I have a positive, I have a negative. These are different. So that means I'm going to have a minus. I got 24 divided by 2. So I'm going to find 2 and I'm going to find 24. No, still nothing, still nothing. Yep, 24. So I'm going to write 12. So here I got negative 12. Now, after we have first done the division, then we can start adding, subtracting. So we got 5 plus 4. We get 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Positive 9. You can say and if you want, or you can just say minus 12 and then bring down the minus 1. Here we have negative 3, bring down the minus 1, and here we have negative 4. You can also use counters if you'd like on a mini whiteboard. Here, again, you have to be careful. You can't touch those double negatives. The first thing that you have to do is deal with the parentheses. Parentheses are always first. So here, we have a negative 6 times, so this is multiplying. So I'm looking here, I'm looking here. Are these the same or different? These are different. I'm going to open up my parentheses, and I'm going to write, because they're different, I'm going to write a minus. This is multiplying, so 6 times 2. Here's 6, here's 2. 6 times 2 is 12. And here's something that I need you to be very careful. Notice that there is no symbol between the parentheses and 4. This right here, this is mathematicians being lazy. This is multiplying. So I have to multiply here by, and I'm going to color code this so you guys can see it better. This is not a double negative. Please do not do a double negative here. I have to, order of operations, now take care of this multiplication. Okay, so negative times a negative is a positive. I'm going to open this up. 12 times 4, here's 12. Here's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 48. Then I can do 3 minus. Okay, so 48 take away 3. So I do have more negatives. So be careful with this positive 48. We can even remove it like this. And so we can see what we actually have. And that is 3 minus 48 like this. So this 48 becomes, because of this minus in front, it becomes negative. So we got 3 positives, 48 negatives. And we got negative 45. And again, you can use counters for that. Okay, moving on. We have now key terms. And key terms are separated by addition and subtraction. So we have 3x's, negative 2x's. We got a negative 4. We got a positive 8. We got a positive f, a negative f, and we have a c. So all of these circles identify your terms. Now, when you write this out, make sure you have parentheses. And your variables are just the numbers. So I have an X, sorry, your variables are just the letters. I said that wrong. So we have X is a letter, F is a letter, X is a letter, F is a letter, C is a letter. So we have X, F, C are our variables. Now the coefficients are the numbers in front of those letters. So I have a 3 in front. I have 1 positive in front. I have 2 negatives in front. I have 1 negative in front. And I have 1 positive in front. And lastly, we have our constant. A constant is just a number without any letter attached. So we have 2 constants, and the constant is a -4, no letter, and a +8, no letter. Okay, let's do it again. We have our terms. Again, everything that you circle in a separate bubble is going to be a term. So we got 12 H's, we got 1 H's, we got -5 P's, we got a -P, +6 K's, a +K, and a -2. How to write your terms, you're just going to copy everything down, but make sure you have commas. 12 H's, comma, -5 P's, comma, +6 K, comma, -2, comma, +H, comma, just kidding, -P, comma, +K. A variable is just a letter. So we're going to identify our letters. So what are our letters? We got an H, we got a P, we got a K. Those are our variables. Now, coefficient is the number in front of your letter. So in front of H, I have 12. In front of P, I have -5. In front of K, I have a +6. In front of H, I have a +1. In front of P, I have a -1. And in front of K, I got a +1. And remember, the constant is just the number without any letters. So the only term that I have without any letters is going to be this -2. Everything else had a letter. Okay, moving on. Here we have combining like terms. So when you do this, you are going to group things together based off of their likeness. So for example, we have 3 X's and we have -2. Make sure you take the symbol with it, please. And when we take the symbol, we are looking to write them in next to each other, like this. When we are doing that, we are also going to be grouping things that do not have any letters. So like -2 is a constant and 4 is a constant. If it has a letter, like X, then we must keep that letter. If it doesn't have a letter, it doesn't have a letter. Then we are focusing only on the numbers. So 3 minus 2 is 1 positive. -2 and 4 is a +2. This here we need to write as our answer. You can do 1x plus 2, or you can just write x plus 2. That is fine. All right, let's go again. I have x, I have -x, I have -2 x's. So we have x minus 2x minus x. Next, I have +3, -2, +3, -2 together. Remember, if it has a letter, the letter stays. We have x. And then here we don't have anything. So be careful here. I have 1x minus 2 minus 1x. So 1 minus 2 is -1. -1 minus 1, we still have -1 here. You can use counters if you want on that one. Also, you can look at zero pairs. Here and here we have one positive, one negative x. That would be a zero pair. And so something's not right. Hold on. I'm happy I did that. So we shouldn't have a negative 1. We should have a negative 2. Because of our zero pairs, that showed me that I need to have a negative 2. I'm happy I did that. Okay. 3 minus 2 is just a positive 1. So let's put that together. We have negative 2x's plus 1. Next, let's go ahead and continue with combining like terms. I got a 2. We got a positive 1. Here we got positive 3. We got a positive 5x and a positive 4x. Again, number with number, letter with letter. So we got 2 plus 1, that's just 3. Here I have x's, so I'm going to have x's. So now we count numbers. 3 plus 5, that's 8, plus 4, and we get 12. Again, let's write our answer together. We got, if you want, you can put pluses here. It doesn't matter. So we got 12 x's plus 3. Okay, moving on to the next one. Here we do have some exponents, and that's okay when you have exponents. Just make sure that they line up. So I got 2. I got another plus 2. I got a plus v squared. I got another plus 2v squared. And I have a plus 3v. Now, v squares and v's are different. So when I have a v, I'm going to have a v, but when I have a v squared, that's different. 2 plus 2 is 4. 1 positive v plus 2 v's gives me a positive 3v squared. And here we have plus 3, which is a plus 3. Together, we have 4 plus 3v squared plus 3v. Okay, let's go ahead and move on. 2c squared plus 3c squared minus 5c plus 4c plus 6 minus 9. Remember, if they are squared, like c squared, that is different than having just one c like this. Okay, so now we do numbers. 2 plus 3, that is positive 5. Negative 5 plus 4, that is negative 1. And 6 minus 9, that is negative 3. Again, use counters if you need to. Our answer, 5c squared minus 1c minus 3. Okay, one more. 5h's, positive 6h's, positive 6, negative 2, and a negative 5h squared. Again, if it has a letter, we keep the letter. We have an h. We have an h squared. Okay, we got 5 plus 6, which is 11. 6 minus 2, which is 4. And we here just have a negative 5, so it's just going to be negative 5. Let's write our answer. 11h positive 4 minus 5h squared. Okay, let's move on. Question number 10. Translate the following from English to math. Do not solve. Let's start off with the product. Product means multiplication, so we're going to be timesing. Some number means that we actually have a variable, and a variable represents a letter. So let's use M and 7. So if you write M times 7, this is actually wrong. This is called a format error. So anytime you have product, you always have to write the number first and then the letter. Even though you don't see the word than, number then letter always with product. Okay, moving on. Quotient. Quotient means division. So the quotient of some number, well, let's use x, and it doesn't matter what letter you use, and -4. Now here, do not switch anything with quotient. You're going to draw a division bar. Some number is first and -4 is after that. 7 is a number increased by, this is addition. Some number is a variable. Let's use x. Is an equals. And we have 20, which is a number. So 7 increased by some number is 20. Moving on. 2 is a number. Less is minus. Oh, and then we have our first than. Now remember, than means we're going to be switching the order. Some number is just some number. Let's use, let's use C. So I'm going to write this wrong, and then we'll cross it out and write it correct. If I do 2 minus C, this right here is wrong. Because I have this switch for the order, I have to switch C and 2. So my actual answer is C minus 2. Okay, moving on. 3 is a number. Times is multiply. Some number is, let's use Y. Decreased minus by 7 is a number. So for this one, we have 3 times some number. Remember, with multiplication, we want number, then letter, decreased by 7. All right, let's go towards the very last one. 3 is a number. I'm not translating that because they already gave us the number 3. More is addition. Than means I'm going to switch the order. 5 times. So 5 they already gave us. But times needs to be translated. Then we have some number. Let's use P. Is needs to be translated to equal. And then we got 48, which does need to be translated. Okay, so be careful with this than. I'm going to write it wrong, then I'm going to write it good. 3 more 5 times some number is 48. Again, this is wrong. And the reason it's wrong is because we have this than. Once we have this than, that means we're going to be switching the order of 3 and 5 times the number. So for our answer, 5 times the number plus 3 is equal to 45. This is our answer. All right, beautiful people, that is it. There are no more practice tests for Chapter 1. After this, you will be taking an exam. Good luck, and good luck in your study. Bye.